activities before we start our lecture today. We are going to start by praying. Mr. Awaluddin, I need your help to lead us for the prayer, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ismail, for leader. Okay, friend and my lecture. Before we start studying today, let's pray according to the Islamic religion, and for non-Muslim friends, pray according to their respective able. Hopefully, our days activities will run smoothly. Okay. Karim Ustaz Al-Muslim Muhammadin P.A.W. Wahidin al-Barik wa-Salim Qulullah ta'ala fi risalati Rasulillahi ajma'in. Amin amin. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Hamdan syakirin hamdan na'imin hamdan yu'ati ni'amaka bi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma shalli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala sayyidina Muhammad. Rabbana fir lana dzunubana wa li walidayna warhamhum kama rabbayana shaghira. اللهم اجعلنا وأولادنا من أهل العلم ومن أهل الخير ولا تجعلنا ولهم أسر برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. آمين. بالوالدين وارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. ربي زدني علما وارزقني فهما برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. آمين آمين يا رب العالمين. Thank you, Mr. Ismail. Thank you, leader. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Awaluddin, for the praying. Continue. We are going to do the PPG greeting activities. Miss are you ready, Miss Hello, Miss
Miss doesn't join.
Doesn't join activities. Okay. So maybe Miss Diana, you can replace Miss to lead for PPG greeting, Miss Diana.
Okay, Mr. Ismail. Salam PPG Indonesia.
Salam PPG Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Senyum. Salam.
Salam.
Sapa.
Sapa.
Semangat.
Semangat.
Sukses.
Sukses.
Surga. Thank you, friend.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Miss Diana, for the PPG greeting. Next, we are going to do the ice breaking. Miss Henny Susilowati, please.
Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. When I say hey, when I say hello, and you answer, hey, it's time for PPG. Yes, yes, yes. Let's keep our spirit. Jangan sia-siakan, and you clap twice and clap to your table. Okay? Jangan sia-siakan waktu yang Allah berikan. Ku yakin aku bisa.
Aku yakin aku bisa.
Selama mau mencoba. Okay, let's start, guys. Hello.
Hi.
It's time for PPG. Yes, yes. Let's for spirit. Jangan sia-siakan
Waktu yang
Allah berikan.
Kamu pasti
Ku yakin aku bisa. Selama mau mencoba. Okay, once more, okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Hai.
Hi. Time for
Time for
PPG.
PPG.
For PPG.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
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 It's our
Our
spirit.
spirit.
Jangan
Jangan
Ya
Sia-siakan
kan?
waktu yang Allah berikan. Waktu
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 yang
yang
Allah
Allah
berikan.
berikan.
Yakin
Allah
aku
bisa.
Bisa.
yakin
Yakin
aku
bisa.
selama
Mau
mencoba
mencoba.
mau
Mencoba.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss
Keep up our
Annie.
spirit.
Missy.
Okay, Mr. Sofian.
Thanks, and then also Miss Henny, and then who's the one that leading the greeting? Miss right?
It should be Miss but Miss Diana replaced her, sir.
Okay, Miss Diana. Popo. Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. All my fellow English department students that joining PPG Daljab for the third batch in our Faculty of Educational Sciences, Muhammadiyah University of Jakarta. So today it will be our fourth meeting, and then for the fourth meeting here we are going to focus on discussing about the result of the literature review and then the result of your guys' interview based on the problem that you already collected on the previous meeting. And in our previous meeting, I told you guys when you're going to make or when you're going to find the literature review and then also conducting the interview with the expert, with your guys' field teacher, and then with the principal, with the expert, with the school supervisor. You guys need to consider some kind of the feedback or some kind of the suggestions, based on the literature review and then also based on the result of the interview. And then it will be different like the previous meeting. So for today, I'm not gonna open up the Q&A first, but we're going to go with your guys' result for the literature review and then also the result of interview. Anyone willing to be the first to share their result of making the literature review and then also the result of interview? Everyone who will be the first, please? Anyone?
Can I start first, sir?
Okay, you're the one that I kicked out yesterday, Miss Ati. Where have you been yesterday? If I'm not mistaken, that was the second time I kicked you out. I hope you're not going to
Yes.
repeat it. Yeah?
Okay, I was on the way to Sukabumi, so the connection was not really good. So I just went in and went out.
Yeah, at least you're going to inform, for example, Mr. Ismail here. So we can or you can text me in person.
I'm
Because
sorry, Mr. Sofian. Actually, Miss Ati has confirmed me, but I forgot to inform to you, sir.
oh
So
my
sorry.
Okay, so the problem is on both of you guys. First, Miss Ati, you're not telling me. Second one, Mr. Ismail, no confirmations at all. Yeah, and then also I kicked Mr. Damian yesterday. Mr. Damian, why did I kick you out yesterday, sir? Hello.
Today I have done it, sir. I have done before 9 o'clock the day 2 days before, but Maybe Mr. Ismail haven't seen it yet.
Because some of you only writing the command 15 minutes before we start the sessions for today, for example. I can see those that doing the same thing. Yeah. Okay, let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Budiati Rahayu. Yeah. Okay, come on, Miss Atik. I hope you're going to share the process of making a literature review, and then what kind of the process that you had when you conducted the interview, and then also what kind of the result that you got. Come on, Miss Atik, time is yours, please.
My worksheet, sir, and everyone.
Yes, Miss Ati, it's visible.
Yes. Okay, so here I have three problems. I have identified three problems. The first one is the students have little interest when it comes to reading activities. Therefore, it is difficult to encourage them to participate in the classroom activities. So for the literature review, I have got like three literature review, and also I have already interviewed two teachers, one lecturer and one English teachers. And here for the analysis of the exploration of the problem, I summarize that there are internal problems and external problems. The first one is the internal problems. The first reason is that students are lack of reading proficiency, which include the vocabulary comprehension and then difficulties, and then the and then comprehension difficulties, and then the second one, the students also lack of what is it? Because students lack of proficiency in reading, so it makes them not really confident when they have to participate in the classroom activities, especially if they have to use English actively, like when they have to speak or when they have to answer some questions. And then the third one, the students feel that they are forced into doing the activities and feel that they are being controlled. Therefore, the activities are only, they do the activities only to fulfill their task, not really, they don't really want to do the activity, so they feel like they are forced to do it. And then so they don't really have the personal connection with the text. Sometimes they do the activities only because they are asked to, so they don't really have the connection with the reading materials. And then for the external problems, the teaching method is monotonous, so usually like teacher-centered activities. So that's why the students are the like the previous reason, the students feel that they are forced to do the activities. And then because the teacher actually controls whatever they have to do in the classroom. And then the next one is the lack of appreciation from the teacher, because the students have like low confidence and they have low proficiency. So when they do not get the appreciation from the teacher, they will feel, what is it, less confident in doing the activities. And then sorry. And then the next one, I don't have, wait, let me. And then the third one, students feel that they are oh, not this one, yeah, the extra, the number 6, there is the teacher provides inappropriate teaching reading text that the students find too difficult or irrelevant or uninteresting. So related to the previous reason, when the reading texts are not related to the students' life, the students will feel that it's not important. The reading text that they read is not important for their life, so they are not curious to know the information from the text. So they become unmotivated. Okay, that's the first problem that I found in my class. And then the second problem is about this is the, yeah. So I have the literature review, and then also the interview from my fellow teachers. Yeah, this is a lecturer, and then the other one is an English teacher in my school. And then the second problem is when given a text, this is the reading activities. When given a text, the students have difficulty in identifying the key ideas or in analyzing and evaluating the text. From the literature review, so I have already got the interview actually, but I have already recorded the interview, but I haven't input it in the worksheet, so I'm going to put it today. I also have interviewed one senior teacher. She's what is it, guru? It's not guru penggerak, the other one, guru praktik, yeah, from my school. So the conclusion is there are also two factors, the internal factors and also the external factors. The internal factors is coming from the students themselves. The first one, they have limited linguistic proficiency, such as vocabulary, grammar, and reading comprehension skills that make them difficult to understand the sentences. And also, when they don't understand the sentences, they will not understand the whole text. And so they will not be able to analyze and evaluate the text. And then the second one, the students have limited critical thinking skills because they are not trained enough to maybe like question. When they read something, they are not trained to like questions what they read, or to infer to, or to identify the bias, or to form a judgment from the text. So they, when they have to read, they may understand the context, but they fail to analyze and also evaluate the text. As when they have to analyze and evaluate, they will need the critical thinking skills. And then the third one, when given a reading topic which are not familiar with the students, they will not have the background information, enough background information, so they will not be able to connect the text with their knowledge, their personal knowledge. So it's hard for them to analyze and also evaluate the text because they have limited background knowledge about the topic of the text. And then there are also some external factors. The first one, teaching methods which focus on the comprehension instead of active engagement with the text. So usually, like when the teacher teach the reading material, they only focus on the comprehension, like answering questions, actions to maybe like identify some vocabularies, or maybe answering some questions, but not really engaging the material with the students with the text. So the method will be a bit monotonous, and the students will not be interested in will not be able to analyze and evaluate the text. The second one is the reading text. The level of the reading text is not appropriate for the students. Maybe it's too, the vocabulary is too difficult for them to understand, or so we have to, the proficiency of the students does not match with the level of the reading text that the teacher gives. Okay, that's the second problem. And then the third problem is students have difficulty in using the appropriate linking words in sentences. I have also done the literature review and also the interview from a senior teacher also for this one, the use of linking word. And the teacher that I interviewed is the Indonesian teacher. So when I asked her about how the students use the linking word in Indonesian, she said that in Indonesian, the students do not really have difficulty in using the linking words, but that's why I need to also find the the literature review for this, because when they have to do it in English or with the same word in Indonesian, they have difficulty. Okay, so for the analysis, I also find some internal factors. This is a summary of the findings that I get from the literature review and the interview. The first one is the students have limited vocabulary. So when they have to, for example, use the linking word in a sentence, they do not really understand the meaning of the words. That's why it is difficult for them to use the word in a sentence. And the second one is the students lack of understanding of sentence structure. So the sentence structure, like for example, the subject, the verb, and then the adverb, something like that. So the students have difficulty in understanding the sentence structure. So it is also hard for them to use or to put the linking words in a long sentence, where to put the linking words in the sentences. And then the third one is the students lack of understanding of the functions, the functions of the word. This is also make it difficult for them to use the linking words in sentences. And then there are some external factors. So the teacher maybe use the grammar focused instructions which only rely on memorizations instead of emphasizing the functions and benefits of using linking words within various writing contexts. For example, the students are not exposed to the use of linking word in the real context. Like for example, so the teacher only introduces the linking words like in the form of exercises, maybe, which is not really a real media. So when the students are exposed to like real media, like for example from the newspaper or from other real media, maybe the students will be able to understand more the use of linking words in real life. And then the next one is the lack of sufficient opportunities to write and receive feedback. This is also this is also this is also one of the problem, because the students, sometimes the teacher only like what is it correcting the mistakes only without giving feedback. So the students will maybe they only know their mistakes without knowing what is the right answer for the problems. And then the next one is the limited exposure of diverse texts. This is like the previous one. So the students, maybe because they don't like reading, so their literacy skills is a little bit low. So this is also like related to this problem. The students are not exposed to different kind of texts in their life. That's why the words are not familiar for the students. Okay, I think that's all, sir, for the presentation. Thank you. Any feedback?
Okay, massive thanks, Miss Budiati Rahayu. Anyone willing to give their comment, questions, or feedback for Miss Atik? First, we're gonna go with Mr. Firman Hardiansyah. Come on, sir. Come on, Mr. Firman.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm to Miss Atik. Miss Atik. Atik.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just want to ask, not ask, but just give a little bit suggestion maybe. It's all about the literature review. Yeah, maybe you don't put about the link of source. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
when the statement of the expert.
Okay.
Yeah. It's better you put the source of the link about the statement of the expert.
Oh yeah. Okay. The literature review, right?
Yep.
Okay. I will add the link. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
that's it. Maybe that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Firman.
Okay.
Okay, next, Mr. Nur Hasan, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mr. Sofyan. I want to ask you to Mr. Budiati. Mr. Budiati, number one, I want to ask you how do you improve your language with the pronunciation and grammar to student. And then number two, how do you approach speaking English with practice to student gain. Number three, what will happen in the future? Will it the increase further or remain the same? This is in your school. Okay, maybe this they explain for me, for you.
Okay, the first question is about pronunciation and how do I improve my
Pronunciation
student
and grammar.
pronunciation?
And grammar.
Grammar. So,
Yes.
so
How
from
you
the
to up?
from the three problems that I find here, the third one is about grammar, but the first and the seconds are reading, actually, the reading problem. So I do not put the pronunciation problem in my worksheet here today, sir. But to answer your questions, how to improve the students' grammar, I think it's through practice, through a lot of practice, and then also we have to expose them with the real language, which is used in the real life, so that they will be able to see how the language is used in real life, both written and also spoken. So by exposing them to those real language, the student will be able to understand how the grammar, how they have to use the grammar. I
Yes.
think that's the solution, one of the solution that I can find. And then the second one about speaking, right, sir?
Yes. How the English, the approach, meaning approach to English to student. How?
So, but I don't have a speaking problem in my worksheet here, sir. But to answer your questions, for me as a teacher, based on my experience, to improve my students' speaking skills, I apply the English only classroom. So in my class, my students have to speak English all the time. If they speak Indonesian, I will give them like fun consequences, like they have to sing song or something like that. So, but at the beginning, I give them the understanding that learning speaking is very important. So the students
Yes.
can follow. The students will not have like objections with my rules. So I think that helps the students to be more confident in speaking, because everyone in the classroom have to speak English all the time. Okay, that's I think how to
Okay.
improve.
Yes. Okay. And then number three, this is maybe that is the literacy. The literacy is complete. Yes, the good the literacy. And then the number C, what will happen in the future about English to your student? Maybe this one.
In the future, what do you mean by that, sir? I mean, my students' English skills in the future.
Yes. Or the remain or same maybe or up to future maybe.
I don't really understand the question, sir. Can you please
Okay.
repeat it again?
Okay. Okay. And then you must this is maybe the English everyday effective in your school. In your school effective. You should
Yes.
to after English effective.
How to? Pardon me.
Yeah, English for more, yes, for more the effective again.
In what
Yes.
in what skills? Is it speaking, reading, listening?
Yes. Yes. Mm. In reading, you take the problem. What problem you take?
Reading and also
Was from
sentence
reading or
structure.
speaking?
No, no
Yeah.
speaking. There's no
How
speaking.
the future to? Okay.
Hopefully
Okay,
in the
maybe this is yeah.
Yes. Miss Budiati, can I explain what Mr. Nur Hasan
yeah.
means?
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
According to Mr. Hasan, since your school has what is it? Yeah, the activities that instruct them or ask the student to speak English in daily
Yes.
lives. So what is the what is it? in the future, if the student have already do that, what is the more effective ways to make the students
Ah,
more active? And I think it's like that.
okay, good.
What is the more effective ways to?
I mean, Mr. Hasan asked if your student has already
Yes,
able to speak English in daily lives,
still about speech.
how do
Sure.
you maybe to elevate their ability
Okay. So actually,
so
my
that so
students.
the students can speak English better? I mean, better than before. Yes,
Oh yeah.
maybe.
Okay,
So
that's right. Oh, good.
okay, thank you. So actually, not all my students have good English speaking skills. So hopefully when I apply the rules, the students will be familiar with speaking. So in the future, I hope they will be more confident in speaking English because they have already accustomed to use English in their although maybe it's only like 2 or 3 times a week, but at least they practice their speaking skills, so they will be more confident when in the future they will be more confident when they have to speak English, maybe outside the classroom. So that's what I hope my students will be able to do in the future. Okay, that's my answer, sir. Mr. Nur Hassan, does it answer the questions?
Okay, okay, thank you. Maybe this is about my what's about my opinion for you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, Mr. Sofian.
Let's go with Mr. Bustami.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Sofian, for the time. Well, Miss Ati, one of your students' difficulty here is little interest in reading. Is it right?
Yes.
Especially
Right.
for number one.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, does your school have a library?
Yes, they have a library. My
Okay.
school has a library.
Oh yeah. Do you tell your students to go to the library to read books because in library many reading resources? I mean, do you encourage your students to go to the library?
Yeah. Nowadays, I think the Gen Z generations, they don't really like reading. So, because they are exposed to like short text from the social media in the videos, audio, visual, and everything else. Yeah. So reading books is not really their cup of tea. They are not really interested in reading. So sometimes, yeah, I get like conflict, yeah, whether I have to force them to read or uh, okay, let them choose like what kind of things that they are interested in. So I think if they are forced to do something that they don't really like, I think it will not. For me, I think it will not give a good result, sir. So
Okay.
usually I give them like when I give the reading activities, I will pick a very the text which I think it will be interesting for them. So I will carefully pick the text.
Oh, well, I think that's right because most of the students prefer to choose the reading materials from the social media. It seems library has hardly visitors. Yeah, I think we have to motivate to our students don't forget the library.
Yes.
And the second one, my question goes to you. What steps do you take to improve your students to increase their reading interest? I mean, do you take any steps to encourage your students, especially in reading?
Yes. So first, maybe the teaching method is supposed to be something fun for the students. So it's not teacher centered, but it's more like student centered. So they have to do a lot of activities that maybe consist of uh, maybe something fun for them. So I have to carefully design a teaching methods, a teaching strategy which are fun for them, and then also I have to pick a, appropriate text for the student. So something which is relevant to your life. not something that I think is good, but something that the students think it's good, and they have goals. I mean, a good message for the students. Like for example, last time I picked a text about how to increase their confidence, because I know that a lot of students nowadays, the teenagers, they are usually a lot of them are insecure about themselves, right? They don't really like themselves, maybe like their body and everything. So I pick a reading text which really related to their life, so the students will learn
Okay.
something from the
Well,
text.
well, I see. How about your students' reading score?
My students' reading score. Yeah, there are. I have 4 classes actually. The 3 classes, they have good achievement, but one class, the social students, they have like maybe lower proficiency than the other classes. So I'm struggling with that. But I think I need to use a different teaching strategy for that one class, because
Okay.
yeah, I think
Okay, I see.
different.
Are you senior or junior teacher?
Senior
A
high school.
senior teacher.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just do it. Let's improve our students' reading's interest.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
have a nice teaching for the future.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sofyan.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bustami. Let's go with Miss Nur. Miss Nur or Miss Siti Rohana first. Miss Siti Rohana, finally, you have some time to talk. Come on, Miss Siti Rohana. Hello, Miss Siti.
Okay, yes, Mr. Rian, thank you for your time. Miss Ati,
Yes.
Miss Ati, I want to ask you about a factor the decline of student interest in reading activities. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe do you have experience about how to solve external factor? How to solve this problem? Maybe do you have experience?
Oh, yeah.
Can you sharing with us how to solve a method? External method atau external factor ya. For example, method are monotone and something like that, Miss Ati. Please.
Yes. Okay. So, my experience when I have to give them reading text, usually I will. Oh no, I have one experience when the text is about living in space. Living in space. So I ask the students to read the text by themselves first. It's quite a long text, but yeah, I ask them to work in groups and try to understand the text, and I ask them to make questions based on the text, and then after that, after they make questions, I will make a game, like a quiz. So they will work in groups, and one student will have to ask questions that they have already written before, and the rest of the students in that group, they have to answer the question. So they have to read, and then they have to understand the text, and then after that they ask questions. They can do it outside the classroom. They ask questions, and the rest of the students, they have to answer the questions, and then I will later count the points. How many points do your groups have? And then I will give like rewards if the groups have the highest score. So that's one of my experience in teaching reading.
Okay, Miss Ati, thank you for your experience.
Yeah, okay.
Sharing with
You're
us.
welcome. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss Siti. Let's go with Miss Nurhida. Come on, Miss Nur.
Thank you, Mr. Ismail. Mr. Ismail, Mr. Sofian, for the time. Ms. Atik.
Yes.
Actually, I have the same opinion with Mr. Firman. You have to put the link under the title, yes.
Okay.
And then I have a question about your third problem. It's linking words. Actually, you are teaching senior high school, right?
Yes.
I'm teaching elementary school, but I already have this
same material.
material. So I don't know. I haven't teach them. I will teach them in the second semester. What will ask you is, what is your strategy or method that you will teach your student with linking words, this linking words, and then how to connect a as you say before, the students still don't know how to use the linking words in real life, right? So I just need your opinion how to make them, I mean, use English linking words that we already teach them at home or in their environment.
Yes. Okay,
Thank
based
you.
on, yeah, this is the material. I taught this material last semester, and one of my classes, which has maybe lower proficiency than the other classes, they have quite a lot of students get bad score. So when I evaluate my teaching methods, I think three I what is it? I I give them too many linking words at one time. Like for example, I give them like although, even though, and then though, and then therefore. There are so many of them, so they got confused. So maybe if my suggestions for your students, give them like only some
Just limit it,
linking
yeah.
words.
Limit it.
Yes, yeah, only some, only maybe less than 10. Well, if it is like what is it, elementary school, maybe 3 or 4, so maybe like one at a time, so not all together. We don't have to introduce all the linking words at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think that's my evaluation.
Okay,
My
all right.
suggestion also.
Okay.
And then also
how about,
yes,
yeah, Miss, go ahead.
and then I also have maybe to change my teaching methods. So previously I only use like slides and everything to teach them the grammar, the structure, and I'm struggling with teaching grammar actually. So I give them only like the theory. So maybe I'll need to give them like the real example of the use of linking words in real life, like maybe like conversation in a short video using short conversation in a video using the linking words, or maybe like a little text from the maybe like TikTok or something like that. So the students know that actually these words are used in real life, and you have to it is good if you understand how to use the word. So I need to give them like more examples in the real life.
Okay, all right.
So not just
Okay.
theories.
So maybe for the elementary student, I just share 3 words of linking words, and then
So
maybe
yes.
they really like the video. I will show them the video then.
Yes, like maybe short conversation when the students, when the people there use the linking words.
Thank you so much.
I think that's my suggestion. Thank
Very good
you
job.
for your
Thank
input.
you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dida. Let's go with Miss Ruby. Come on, Miss Ruby.
Okay, thank you, sir, and thank you, Miss Hati. I have some question with Miss Siti Rohana. I have problem also in the reading comprehension and interest reading comprehension, and then I use the method as or the technique as scamming and scanning SQ for R. Yes, scamming and SQ for scamming and scanning.
Yes.
SQ for R, and then what do you think, Miss? Do you have any method or technique or model that can you apply again? And then the second is Miss Budiati haven't read about the bibliography in the written, yeah, Miss. Thank you. That one.
I put it here, Miss. The
Bibliography or daftar pustaka in the above the table, in the under table.
Oh yeah, I haven't. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miss
Okay,
Budiati.
for the questions, what level, Miss, your students? What level? Hello?
In the level vocational school.
Oh, vocational school. Yes. I think teaching reading proficiency like scanning and skimming is it's not really easy for the students. But for me, one of the things that I did before, when I give them like a long text, I will ask them to. I give them like I put them in groups, and then I give one students only one paragraph, and then they will have to write the keywords from the paragraph. Write the keywords from the paragraph, and then they have to retell the paragraph. Or maybe it's not really skimming and scanning. So it's only retelling the story, but at least they understand what the text, but only a small portion. So, and then later after that, I will ask the whole group, like if there are 4 persons, they have 4 different paragraphs. Then they have to retell each of their paragraphs, so they will have the whole paragraphs. Okay, so that's what I did before. But for skimming and scanning, I think it's really related to the students' vocabulary level. So if their level of vocabulary is good, I think they will be able to skim and scan very easily. But if their level of vocabulary is not really good, so the teacher have to first introduce the difficult vocabulary first, so that the students will be able to, when they come across a difficult vocabulary, they have already understood what the meaning of the word is. I think, yeah, you have to give the students guidance first, and then after that you can, like, okay, now you read yourself. After I give you the meaning of the words, you can read yourself and then try to understand it. I think that's what I can say.
Okay, thank you, Miss Atik.
Okay, I guess that should be enough. There are many of your friends already gave you the feedback. Now let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Atik. Yeah, and then
thank you very much.
it will be my turn. Okay, Miss Atik.
Okay, sir.
Based on the focus of discussions that we have today, it will be about the explorations. How did you conduct the literature review? And then how did you conduct the interview with the expert? Starting with the teachers, and then vice principal or principal, and then the school supervisor or the lecturer that you mentioned that you claim as the expert for your talks here. Your problem identifications. For the first one, you're mentioning students have little interest when it comes to reading activities. Therefore, it is difficult to encourage them to participate actively. And then, your first literature review, you're mentioning from Beverly Davis here, literacy assessment and intervention for classroom teacher. And then 3 reasons for the decline in motivations to read, and then self-consciousness of reading, proficiency, emphasize on competitions, and then last one, lack of interest in assigned reading. Okay, to be honest, when your guys' problem focusing on some kind of the, what is it, little interest when it comes to reading, so you're going to find the literature review that gonna solve this problem, right? Not only giving some kind of the literature review with the reason, motivation to read, and then with all the 3 things. Since it is reading subject, and then this will be a board kind of things, right? For this student, they have to read it, and then to be honest, in Indonesia, we have a really low kind of literacy. Reading a book, it's something that not a fun thing to do. That was the stereotype of Indonesian students. And then you don't have to put only what is it, the explanation of the reading interest here. Maybe you can come with some relevant one. Some relevant literature review, for example, how that you as a teacher, you're going to solve this problem? How that you are going to attract the student interest in joining your reading class? Yeah, that will be my first command for your first literature review. And the next one for the second, will you please scroll it? The second one, no. The second literature review, what I mean. Okay, the second one. Okay, there we go. This what I mean. Yeah, but it is not a complete one. Yeah, for the second, you're mentioning ways to increase the reading motivations among preparatory students of Uskudar University. Yeah, and in this one, we have no author with this article or with this research, and then when that you compile, when that you got this research, you're gonna put the year of it, and then who's the one that wrote this article. Here you're mentioning level of vocabulary in the text, desire to get good grade, compliment from the teacher, interesting reading text. Okay, so this, at least we have interesting reading text that relevant with the problem that you face. Yeah, if level of vocabulary in the text, desire to get good grade, I guess that's not really important. Yeah, to attract the attentions, to attract the students' motivations in learning reading. Yeah, and then from the third one, from Brown, you're mentioning motivations to read English, developing students' willingness to engage with text. Yeah, it's merely something that related why they have low interest in joining reading lessons. I hope you're going to put more like interesting reading text from the previous literature review. That's going to help you a lot in giving you some kind of the alternative. Which one from all of the literature review that you're going to imitate, that you're going to do when you're going to teach your student solving this problem. Not only some explaining lack of personal connection and blah blah. It seems like the result from the other researcher, and then you try to put it up in your literature review. Okay, and then the fourth one, please. The fourth one. Okay, the fourth one here from Bailey, engaging. Okay, and then it is also the same. The internal factor, lack of interest and language fluency. It is more explanations about why they have a low interest in learning reading. Next one, please. Okay, the result of interview, Satya Wacana University from Yogyakarta, or where is it?
Salatiga, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Salatiga, oh yeah.
Okay, because of the problem, like because this reading text is too long, thin, long written text without any illustrations. So here you have one alternative, yeah. So you gotta create more illustrations based on her opinion here, okay. Creating, and then the second one, Leah Christianti Julianto, okay, Evander leaks to certainty. Okay, so this will be the second kind of the alternative that you can pick, yeah, a short audio kind of visual content. Next, please, the third one, or only two. Okay, now let's go with the last column. Okay, go with the first page, please. Okay, there we go. Analysis of the explorations of the problem or because of the problem. It's kind of different with the previous one, I guess. Factors that decline student interest in reading activities, internal problem. You're mentioning lack of reading proficiency, including vocabulary, comprehension difficulties, and not only mentioning all of the problems here. Try to pick the summary or the main point from each of the literature review, from each of the result of the interview that you got. So, for example, the first one you're mentioning lack of reading proficiency, including vocabulary. So, what you're going to do for it? So if you're going to pick, for example, the opinion from the interview that you got here, so you're going to use more illustrations. And this problem can be solved using more illustrations. So the students gonna have a bigger, or they can improve their interest in joining your reading class. Yeah. And then the second one, you're mentioning student lack of proficiency in reading custom to have low confidence in participating in classroom activities. So this will be the same, I guess. Yeah, because if they have no interest in joining any type of lesson, not only reading, I guess. Yeah, so there will be no such kind of, no such kind of active interactions that they're gonna make. Yeah. And then the third one, you're mentioning students feel that they're forced into doing activities and feel that they are being controlled, therefore feel to have personal connections to the material and see the meaning of the activities. And then this one also the same, I guess. Yeah. Why did you come with this kind of conclusions? Why learning reading is something that really the students hate when joining your class, when joining your reading class. Yeah. And then next, for the external problems, please maintenance teacher-centered activities. Okay. For this one, since you have reading, here is some kind of not a fun activities. So you're going to switch the students' perspective, the students' opinion, how that they're going to love reading first. Yeah, with several kind of the activities or with several kind of learning media that gonna attract them to start loving reading. Okay. And the next, lack of appreciations from the teacher. Okay, for this one, I think each of the teachers, they have a different kind of the approach. Yeah, when giving the appreciations and then giving the punishment even for the students. And then sixth, last one, inappropriate reading text that the student find too difficult, irrelevant, or uninteresting. When you're going to teach reading, there are many types of reading. Yeah, so it can be divided with the basic level, medium level, and then also the highest level or the advanced level. Even if you're going to teach for the senior high school, for your school, Miss Atik, I guess you have to be able in having sense of sense of senior high school student taste while reading some some text. Because if you're going to pick only the article, only some random text, and then they have no no attention at all to the text. So how come that you're going to expect they're gonna join your meeting, they're gonna join your reading class in a fun way? Yeah. And then with this one, based on many experts mentioning, yeah, any level in reading class here, we're going to start giving them with something that they like to read, related with the hobby of the students, related with something that really near with their daily activities, with their characteristic as the students. That was the opinion from many experts dealing with how did you guys teach reading. Yeah. And now let's go with the second one, please. Second one, come on. Okay, for the second one, to be honest, I do hate when you try to make all a longer kind of the problem identifications. Now I would like to ask you, try to make this sentence here become a certain one. What is it, the main point? Anyone can try to guess it, please? So not only when given a text, students have difficulty identifying key ideas, making connection, analyzing, interpreting the meaning. Okay.
It's still reading, in my opinion, sir.
Okay, what is it? Come on. Make it shorter and then it has similar meaning. What is it, Miss Atik? Come on.
Student difficulties in reading understanding.
I,
Reading comprehension, I think.
Yeah.
Difficulties
Atau
in
reading
reading
issues. Reading
The
issues, I
students'
think, sir.
difficulty in reading comprehension, I think.
okay, that should be better, I guess. That mentioning a long sentences when given a task, student have difficulty, identify, blah, 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 that will be better. Yeah, so you can have some effective kind of sentences, and then it will revert to the way that you're going to elaborate your third column and then the fourth column. Yeah, and then David Noonan, okay, that's a good kind of
Sure. Can I ask you questions first before
what is
we
it? Come on.
further? Is it okay now if we use like AI, ChatGPT or Bard, we can ask the AI to like summarize a book, right? So
Okay.
is it okay if I use it like?
Okay, so the use of AI, for example, as the ChatGPT thing, that's okay. You can use that one as the reference. But you are going to compare. Okay, class, now we are going to compare. This will be the summary, the result from AI, the use of ChatGPT, and then this will be the summary that created here by you guys without any kind of hints, without any kind of help. So you can compare that one. That will be a fun kind of activity, I guess. Yeah. So you can use that one as your alternative solutions. Maybe that will be fine. And then the use of ChatGPT, since it is consists of all coding thing, yeah, all code, yeah. So if your students have their their wider or they have some kind of deep comprehensions, so the data that gonna generate from the AI from ChatGPT, it will be the same like something that they already knew before. Yeah, that was the bug, I guess, the leak of using ChatGPT or the artificial intelligence, because they're going to make a summary based on the data that's saved from all of the server, from all of the browser, not original from the Not original from some kind of process, deep thinking from a person or from the expert. Yeah, that's the problem of ChatGPT, or majority the problem in using artificial intelligence. Yeah, so they're not really thinking; they're just kind of collecting all the data. Yes, from all of the resources that the AI, that the ChatGPT got.
Mr. Sofyan, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
How about if we combine, if it is we type it maybe specified in AI, and then we combine with our words, sir? Is it okay, sir?
Okay, that's what we call paraphrasing. Yeah, that should be okay. You may go with that one. That should be fine. As long as you have your sense as the one that having the the article.
And then related with the problem, yes, sir, and also the related with the analyze problem, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, my suggestions, if you're going to choose AI, any type of AI thing, yeah, so you're going to choose the AI that you guys can do it by yourself. Yeah, that's why you need the help, yeah, from artificial intelligence kind of apps. Yeah, but if something that you already knew before and then you can create it by yourself, you can manage that by yourself, you can modify it by yourself, you don't have to go with AI thing. Because one more time, if you're going to pick choose from AI apps, it is only one more time a collections based on the data of the server that used by the AI producer. As simple as that. Okay, and then now let's continue. You're mentioning here for the student difficulty and an incomplete sentence. Why? What is it? Okay, student difficulty in analyze and.
Sir Ian, I'm so sorry.
Okay, what is it, Miss Nono, Miss Novi?
Yeah. I wanna ask about literature review. I'm still confused.
Novi, we are going to have Q&A after this one. Let me finish this first, yeah, because
Okay, okay. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so here from the literature review, limited linguistic proficiency, that's okay. Weak critical thinking skill, that should be fine. Next, please scroll it. Yes, and then limited background knowledge, prior knowledge, okay, and familiarity with diverse important. What is it? Diverse perspective, yeah. And then next, passive learning habits. Next, inappropriate tags. And then I guess it's pretty similar with the previous kind of resources. Yeah, the main here, lack of scaffolding, inattention to language features. Next, please. Next. Okay. Nurfitriana. Okay, look at this one. When you talk the first from Nunan and then second one from Nurfitriana, it's kind of what is it? The gap between two experts here. It's too big, I guess. Yeah, Miss Atik, do you see my point when I mentioned that one?
I think so. I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
not really, not really, not really. What do you mean, sir?
One expert that really respected expert, right? And then who is Nurfitriana? Yeah, and
It's
kinda,
journal. I think it journal. It's a journal.
okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I guess student interest in academic reading, and then you have the limited. It's pretty the same, I guess. Like a bigger knowledge. Okay, next. Do we have the third one? The third literature review. Okay,
I haven't
no.
included the interview. I haven't included I just recorded last night, so I haven't included the interview here.
Okay, that's okay. Now let's go with the last column. No, last column of the second problem, please. Okay, last column here. Okay, some other. Okay, so it will be the same like the first problem identifications, I guess. Yeah, we try to make a summary based on all of the result that you got from the literature review and then also from the interview. That's okay with this one. Now let's go with the third, please. The third problem identifications. Okay. Okay, linking words matters. Yeah, so that's it, I guess. Why did shouldn't have difficulty, blah 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 blah. Yeah? Okay, for this one, you got it from Molly. And then second one, let's see what kind of the reference that you got for the second literature review. Okay, from Bailey. Okay, the third one. Okay, so only two.
The interview I haven't included also.
Okay. Okay, now let's try to go with the last column of the third problem identifications. Let's see.
Sir, so in the third column, I have also to include the solution. So like number one, for example, student limited vocabulary. So I should also include what is the possible solution? Is it like that?
Yeah, you can put, but it will be your own hypothesis based on the details here. Not only if you do like this one, it seems like only making a summary of the previous result, right? Try to come, okay, based on this result from the researcher, and then you can take as the lesson, okay, we can use blah, 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 blah to solve the problem. Not only mentioning all the things, yeah, based on the literature review and then also the, what is it, the interview.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
That's it, I guess. Only three problem identifications, Miss? Or do you have more?
Yes, only three, sir.
Okay, massive thanks, Miss Ati, for giving or sharing your student worksheets. And then let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Ati. Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone.
And then, to be honest, while watching your teaching practice, first cycle of your teaching practice video, Miss, I have no idea. I can see your face. It seems like that was a regular type of teaching process that you conduct with your students, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then what will be aiming for this program, PPG Daljab program?
Pardon, sir? What?
Will be the aim of this program?
To make an innovative teaching strategy, right?
Yeah, to boost, yeah, and then also to make a different type of teaching and learning. And then I can see your student, it seems like, okay, this will be a regular Miss Ati class, and then she will gonna do this, and then this, and then this, yeah. It seems like it's really, what is it? It's really boredom kind of activities. Yeah, I hope you're going to create more fun activities with these students and then try to make them, okay, this is not Miss Atik that I knew before. That will be my expectations for your second cycle.
Okay, yes, sir.
Miss Atik?
Okay, so I will make it better. I
Uh,
will design a better teaching strategies. Thank you.
Okay, I hope you're going to make it. Next, come on, it will be the time for you guys to post any kind of questions, any kind of deep problems, any kind of difficulties that you guys got while making the literature review and then also the interview. Come on, first let's go with Miss Nona. Come on, Miss Nona, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ian. I'm still confused about literature review. Should I look for them based on review solution or based on solution or the problem? Which
Okay.
one I put them?
Okay, thank you. And then this maybe will be the problem for all of you guys, yeah, when you're going to find a literature review. But you guys have to understand, every single time that you're going to find a literature review, it can be based on each variable of your problem identifications. Yeah. For example, if your variable in your problem identifications consists of difficulties, that will be the first variable, and then second one, the example here. The second one here is reading. So you're going to find out any kind, yeah, any kind of the difficulties in reading that you're going to put for the literature review. And then any kind of literature review, they are not going to provide only the, what is it? Only your guys' problem. They will also provide these solutions on it. Yeah. So it is in one package. Yeah, one more time, everyone. So they are not going to discuss only the problem of it, but they are going to have these solutions on it. Try to have a look at any kind of paper, any kind of the article, any kind of research. They're not focusing only one problem, yeah, only on the problem, but they're going to provide it with the solutions. And then you guys can get two of it, the problem that's similar with your variable, and then also these solutions that you guys can imitate, that you guys can modify, yeah, so you guys can use it for teaching practice. Okay, Miss Nanop, so one more time, you're not focusing only, okay, I have to find only the same kind of problem with me and then only focusing on the problem. You just try to put the problem and then also what was the alternative solutions that provided by the literature review and then also by the persons that you conduct the interview with. Yeah, so it is a complete package, problem and then also solutions, because it will be really strange, right, Miss Ati? If you are going to read a paper, an article, the result of research, and then only talking about the problem but no solutions on it, yeah, who will be the one that will read it? Yeah. So every single paper, article, and then research here consists of what kind of the problem that they talk about, and then what kind of these solutions that they provided. Yeah, because that will be a complete package. We have the problem, and then we will try to find out the alternative solutions, and then based on our analysis, it will be, what is it? It will be relevant or no if we are going to implement that one in our classroom. That will be the answer. Okay, Miss Norop, is that clear enough to you, Miss?
It's clear, Mr. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah,
So next we have Miss Henny without S. Miss Intan, would you please use your virtual raise hand? Okay, come on, Miss Henny, your turn.
Okay, thank you, Mister. As I told you before that my one of my identified problem is about the my students who has the special needs, right? Actually, I have already have the interview with his parents, but I couldn't find the sweet literature review about it. It's very hard, sir. So I just want to change it to another problem of mine. Is it okay, sir?
Okay, I guess first of all, you don't have to change it because that was one of the problem that you already wrote on your student worksheet 1.1, right?
Yes.
If you are going to have that one now, I guess that will be a. So let me help you in finding the reference or the article or the research based on special needs students. So first of all, you have to identify what kind of the special needs students that you face here. Yeah. So you have to be able in making a diagnostic first. Yeah. If the problem of this student here based on what is it? A visual thing, yeah, and then a hyperactive kind of students. So we are going to have different kind of treatment, different kind of the resources, different kind of article that we are going to have. That's why you have to identify what is it based on the result of the interview with the teacher, Miss Henny.
Yes, Mister. Actually, when I have interview with his parents, the kind of because my students, this student has a very very high imaginations, and it seems that every time we have the lesson, he always in his, you know, in his world, his own world. So it is hard for us. It is hard for me and the other teacher to to make approachment with him and give the lesson to him because he is in his own world.
Okay.
And then when I have the interview with his parents, it goes because when he was little, he has some kind of brain damage. So he couldn't accept the what is it accept all the words or lesson or anything from the other. Who can make him hear is only his mother. So that is the problem. It's very hard for me. But that is
Autism.
actually
Is he
that is
autism?
one my problem. Yes, miss.
Autism. Autis.
But the parents said that the doctor said that is not the autism. So it's kind of make me confused also because what is it? But that is what happened in the class, Mister. Actually, I really want to leave it a problem, but I couldn't find uh, the sweet literature for this problem, Mister.
Okay.
So should I change it to another problem?
No. So based on the result of your interview with the parent, you're mentioning out here the one that really can control your student here is his or his mom.
His mother.
Yeah.
His mother.
Okay, so you're going to learn from his mom how that she can control him. That will be the easiest way, I guess. So you are going to have an extra work. If you really want to make this student here listen to your explanations while giving him the lessons. Yeah, that will be the thing. I guess you're going to have some routine kind of activity with the mom, with the mother, or you can imitate. So you can try to make a similar kind of approach, yeah, with these students. And then to be honest, for the literature review, there are many types. Yeah, there are many types of literature review that you can get. Yeah, based on your explanations, it seems like because he got his own world. Yeah, when attending your so you're going to find out a super student, a special needs student, especially for those that lack of social interactions. That will be some kind of literature review that you can get. Yeah, because why this student here feel like he's a different kind of person, different kind of student in a classroom, because it's difficult for him to connect or to make some kind of friendship, I guess, with the rest of the students out there. So just trying to find out the article and then also the literature review that can make the student here, they're going to start in making friendship first with their friend in a classroom. And then how that you can one more time, you have to be close with his mom and then trying to find out what is it, the key point. So his mom here it is, she's the only one that can make the student here understand any kind of the instruction that's seeking. Okay, Miss Henny, I guess that will be my suggestions. Yeah, and then for dear people, there are many things. So you try to make a diagnostic first, and then each of the result of the diagnostic here, you can make it as your reference, as your literature review. Okay, Miss Henny?
Yes, Mister. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Next, we are going to have Miss Ati. I have, what is it? Have to be school event, which I really...
Sorry, sir. I have to leave earlier. Really sorry. I cannot really leave the event.
What is it? And then, have you talked with your principal that you have this program?
Yes, and he gave me like 1.5 hours today to join the class.
1.5 hours.
Yeah, so 8 until
I
9.
hope your principal gonna talk with the Ministry of Education, yeah, because a principal really okay. Yeah, I hope you're going to talk more with all of the authorities that you got in your school, Miss Santi. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you permissions for today, and then there will be no more permissions for the next. Yeah. Thank you. Next, Miss Diana, please.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the time. Actually, I still confused with analysis of the exploration. You said that we have to pick the main points from the result that we have in interview. So, does it mean we have to summary or make a conclusion of the from the interview and our literature?
Okay, you can make your summary, and then making the summary not only consists of all the all the elaborations from the result of the literature, but come with your original opinion also. Yeah, if Brown mentioning A, B, C, and D, and then you come also with the elaboration of A, B, C, and then D. Yeah, that's what you have to do. Okay, Miss Diana?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Next, Miss Chichin. I hope Miss Chichin will be last. Yeah, it's already 9:30. After this one, you're going to be with Mr. Raji.
Yeah, Mr. Ian, for the literature, is it fine if I put the journal, the title, different, the same problem but different grade? Example, I have a problem in speaking ability, but the journal in the title for SMA and 7, misal. That is different grade.
Okay.
Fine, Mister. And the second question, should we put the bibliography below our worksheet?
Okay, thank you. That's an interesting kind of questions. For the first questions, the answer, it will be depend on what you need from the article. Depend on what you need from the research that you use as your literature review. If you're going to need only for the speaking, for the speaking material or for the speaking literature, so you can use it from any level. Because speaking, it will be the same. The concept of it and the different locations here on the level. Okay, so you can pick any kind of the literature review as long as it has similar. It is consists of the same focus on you. You focus about speaking, so try to find out speaking for university level, speaking for senior level, junior level, for the primary level. So you can come with your original one. You're going to compare it. You got the literature review, for example, from senior high school, and then you're teaching for primary level. So what will be the thing that you're going to learn from the literature review? That way, Mr. Jin. And now for the second questions, bibliography here is the things that we can, we can easily look at all the resources that you guys use. So I guess that should be fine if you guys just try to write it down. And then I guess that's not too difficult, right? Because you already found the resources, and then you already got the title, the year of it, and then the page of the article. So I guess that's not a problem. Okay.
Mister, I have one more question for Miss Henny. Does your student who is special needs has a shadow teacher? Because at my school, if we have a student, special needs student, she has to accompanied by a shadow teacher. Shadow teacher is mean guru pendamping, orang like that.
No, in my school there is no extended teacher.
She accompanies him to study in the class in the from the morning until. Oh, there is no shadow teacher.
Okay.
No.
Miss Henny, you may start talking to his mom. Miss, I guess your kid here needs a shadow teacher, and then that will be a good thing again.
Thank you, Mr. Ian. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Jin. Maybe you can help him out. Okay? Miss Annie, I guess that's all, everyone, for today's meeting. And then no word at all from Miss Ravi today. Look at her only joining, watching, joining or watching a movie. And then no words at all.
No, I'm here.
The rest of you guys.
I'm focused.
Only to watch Miss Sri, I guess, not even listening to what we talk about, and then look at Mr. Acep Saripudin, flying up sky without any words at all for today, and then like Mr. What was that?
That's Miss Honey.
Okay, guys, that's enough, everyone, for today's meeting. And I hope, based on our discussions, based on these sharing feedback, suggestions, you guys can have a clear, comprehensive literature that result of the interview. And then one thing for sure here, guys, when you're going to pick all literature review, as long as it is relevant with the problem identifications, that should be fine. And then the result of interview, any kind of result also will be fine, because you're the one that conducted the interview, and then you can get any kind of point. yeah, from the result of interview and then also from the result of the literature review. That's all. Thank you for attending our meeting of the day. And then Mr. Ismail will be the one that we are going to kick for today. Mr. Ismail.
I think so, nothing, sir.
Okay, look at Mr. Ismail.
Yeah, no one.
Okay.
Thank
you.
No
No
one.
one.
But to be honest, when I try to have a look at the comment section, I got one student that already just putting his command. Yeah, and then you can see the command. If I'm not mistaken, 30 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago, he's putting the command. But let's forget. Yeah. Okay, for next, for tomorrow, for the fifth meeting, I'm not gonna give you guys any excuse. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I told you guys for today we are going to check the attendance list based on the comment section first before we are going to start the sessions. But because I have some trouble in leading you guys class, I try to open it starting from 7:35, I guess, but it is unable to join the meeting. I have no idea what happened with today. Yeah. Okay, guys, and don't forget, Mr. Ismail. Today it will be the same. I'm gonna upload the video of our meeting, and then do not make it like your students are primary level here. Name, maybe blah blah. No, do not do it like.
Yes.
Okay.
I already remind, sir. I already remind some of them to put it.
Try to put
He's
man, yeah.
Rename your account.
Like
I can
zero,
change it,
zero.
mister. How can I? How is the way to change it?
Yeah, you change
Edit it, miss. You
with
can edit it, Miss
Go
the
with
your
setting.
I
profile
tried to change it, but I can't.
YouTube.
There will be no
Oh, okay. I
kind of
try.
type of students giving the command on our video. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much one more time, everyone. See you guys.
Thank you,
Anytime,
mister.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank
Sir
you.
See you,
Sofian.
sir.
Keep
Thanks a
healthy,
lot,
Thank
Mr.
you
Sofian.
very much
Rian.
for the
Bye.
opportunity. Yeah. Bye.